So where are we going this morning?
To the junk and livestock auction.
And what are we looking for?
Winders.
Winders. What are we going to do with some winders?
Depends on what size they are. They're going in my hot tub house or the greenhouse. Soon to be remodeled.
And as you can see, it is a rainy day, so I don't know how many folks are going to be there, but maybe there will be some deals today if we can hit it just right. Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. We are back at home. We did not get anything at the auction. Done a little light shopping while we were out. The rain stopped. We caught a burger on the way back home and received free ice cream cones. What a wonderful way to celebrate the day out of the house. And now that we're back at the house, the sun's out. We plan on getting a little bit of fishing in this afternoon. My husband's over helping a neighbor work some cows. And while he's out of the house, I thought I would share a recipe with you that I've been wanting to put together, but I've been having a problem getting to the store and getting the ingredients that I needed because it's a purely box cake mix with a pre-made frosting mix, and just trying to find that right kind. They didn't have it at my little grocery store that I stop at, so I had to go into a bigger store, which I hate to do, but I finally bit the bullet and went in today and picked up what I needed. So here I am going to share with you a Louisiana stranger cake. Now, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of a Louisiana stranger cake. I had not, and when I tried to research, well, what was the origin of this funny named cake, I really couldn't find one because there's about as many different explanations for the name as there are people that make it. So, have no idea where the name come from. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your theory on where a Louisiana stranger cake got its name. But while you're doing that, let's get started on just how simple this cake is to make. Alright, the first part of putting this cake together is getting out a baking dish. And while I'm assuming you can probably make this in any type of cake pan you would like, most of the recipes that I saw said to use a bundt pan, and so that is what I'm starting with. This is an old bundt pan that I have had since before my kids were born. So it has been around a long time, and it doesn't get used very often, so we're going to get to use it today and just see how this cake turns out. So I'm going to start out with using a little bit of butter and flour just to grease the inside of this pan to try to keep it from sticking. You could use a baking spray to do the same thing. You could use shortening and flour, just whatever your favorite way of seasoning the inside of your baking dishes so your cakes don't stick is what I would go with. So let me get that done. Now, you've seen me do this before, just using my wrappers from butter that I just stick back. See, it has butter that is stuck on the inside of it. I just refrigerate that, or if you have enough of them, you can freeze them. And just use those anytime that you need to grease the inside of a dish, because they work perfectly, keep your hands from getting too nasty for the most part. I can still always figure out a way to do that. Sorry about bumping my tripod here, but want to make sure I get all of that good. And just make sure I get all of that greased up. Because I'm going to come back in here and spoon just a little bit of flour in there, because I don't want to leave any bare spots and it stick and fall apart on me later. So there we go. Let me get the flour. Just going to dust that around in there. I'm sure y'all know how to do this, but just in case we have some beginner, and I'm going to get it on the counter, so y'all bear with me. I know some of y'all are cringing already because it's like, oh no, flour on the counter. Means we're cooking. Means we're getting her done. Now the hardest part, let me know if y'all have some tips on what you do to get it on the center part in a bundt pan. That has always been, I'm sure somebody out there has a YouTube video that would show me exactly how to do that. So I'm going to have to watch some of y'all and see what you do to get that on that center part, because I always have the dickens getting my center part of a bundt pan floured. But regardless, there we go. And shake that around in there. That was loud. I'll clean the counter here in a minute. Alright, there we go. Alright, set that to the side. I'm going to get this cleaned up real quick, so that way I'm not spreading it even more. So give me a second and I'll be right back. I have got me a clean mixing bowl in front of me, and here are the ingredients and just how easy it is to put together a Louisiana stranger cake. Now the first thing you need is a butter pecan cake mix, and this is a 3.25 ounce, but butter pecan, doesn't matter the brand, this just happened to be what was there. So butter pecan cake mix, just dump that in there. Move plastic, we don't want that. Half a cup of oil, and you can use vegetable oil, you can use coconut oil, whatever kind of oil you want. That is half a cup. 4 large eggs, and this is courtesy of my girls, so these are fresh farm eggs. Can't say it, but it is. This is 1 cup of chopped pecans. 1 cup of water. And the final ingredient is the stranger part. It is a 15-ounce can of coconut pecan frosting, ready-made frosting. And no, it doesn't go on the outside of the cake, it's going on the inside of the cake. Just right in there. Just dump that, get it all out of there, because we don't want to lose all that good stuff. And it goes right in there. And then this just all gets mixed up. And I'm just using my wooden spoon here. You can use a whisk, you can use your mixer, you can use your hand. I don't care what you use to mix it with, but you're just going to mix all of that up together. Make sure you get it mixed up good. Especially that egg. Nobody wants scrambled eggs in their cakes, do they? Alright, there it is. I'm going to bring my bundt pan back over here, and And I'm just gonna pour this batter right into my bundt pan. I'm just gonna tap it a couple of times just to make sure we don't have any air bubbles in there. There we go. See, it just brings them up. There we go. Now I have had my oven preheating at 375, and this will cook for 45 to 50 minutes until a toothpick inserted into it comes out clean. I'm going to get this in the oven, and we'll come back here in a little bit to see how it turns out. So here's the cake out of the oven. It is super moist. Just look at that. And when I cut it here in a minute, you'll be able to see that so much better than me trying to show you here. Now to finish it off, you could come back on top of this with a glaze. You could come in here with some more of coconut pecan frosting. Just however you would want to finish this off. This is, I am suspecting, going to be already sweet enough, so I'm just coming in here, just sprinkling a little bit of powdered sugar on top, just enough to kind of pretty it up a little bit. And if you wanted to put, if you wanted to put more coconut on top or pecans or whatever, you can do that as well. Make it yours. And so I'm going to cut into this. I want you to see how moist this cake actually is, and I'm going to give it a taste test. All right, so I've got that piece of cake here, and I'm just going to get me a bite of it. This tastes like a combination. Have y'all ever had pralines or pralines, depending on how you pronounce it, before? Or, just dropped a piece on the floor. Or have you ever had German chocolate cake? This tastes like, and mind you, it's warm. Once it cools off, of course, the tastes sometimes change. But right now, it tastes like a combination of pralines and German chocolate cake. Again, you could change this up by adding the German chocolate frosting. You could add more of the coconut pecan frosting. You could make it homemade, a homemade glaze and put on this. You could put a caramel glaze on this. My bird's fussing in the background. She's agreeing with me because she wants some. I don't know where Louisiana stranger cake got its name from, but it's a funny name for a delicious cake. And yeah, I would make this again, and definitely to take to get-togethers, picnics, social gatherings, church picnics, whatever. This would be an excellent cake because you don't have to worry about the frosting melting off of the outside because it's on the inside. So give this a try. Let me know what you think. I'm so glad that you dropped by. I love y'all, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Talk to you later. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.